How has your parenting approach changed as your children have entered elementary school?
The insight that you have when your kids start going to school is that they are not yours anymore. They are not solely yours. You share them. You know that the children need to be not just an effective within the family, right? Not just to be part of our family unit, but now they need to be they need to be in the world. So I think that there is more kind of thinking about helping, pointing out moments of where you can share, where you can empathize, right? And Charlotte actually does that quite naturally for the most part, except with her mother. But but at school I think pretty naturally. So I think the other thing I think we've done is we're on Charlotte, because she is actually in grammar school, and Doyle is still in pre-K. For Charlotte, the expectations go up a bit, right? So we expect her to do her homework. We expect her. She has opportunities to make money, right? Both by doing schoolwork and by doing some other stuff. So she gets less for free, right? So there's a little more. There's more expectation. She I think thinks it's probably, she would, if she was here, you'd say, Charlotte, how do you think about that? How do you feel about that? And she would say, it is not fair that I have to do something and Doyle doesn't, right? And I think that's exactly when you talk about what's the difference. I mean, Doyle is not in that stage. Doyle, I'm happy to make good on the same things that, like, if he's willing to spend time doing math, which he does on the computer, I'm happy to pay him out at the same rate I pay Charlotte out. But there are things that we will do for Doyle that we won't do for Charlotte, because, like I said, there needs to be expectations. Like, she's 7 years old, and I think it's reasonable to ask her to do certain things. And in fact, I think we could probably ask her to do more than we are, because she's quite capable, right? I think she probably is coasting a little bit, but she gets asked to do enough stuff where she understands their expectations on her, and she treats my request and her mother's request a bit differently. She's probably more responsive to me initially, and now she's becoming responsive to my wife for my wife's request. Doyle's still a work in progress. Trying to get him to trying to get that boy to brush his teeth. Like, you think you were, I mean, I don't really even have a parallel. Like, you thought you were asking him to rip out his own toenails. I mean, it is just, but we expect people. So for Charlotte, we expect her to take care of herself. We expect her to take care of her body, and she rises to that occasion. Doyle still needs some help on that.